Advocate Zithulele Nxumalo for accused number 4 Mthokoziseni Maphisa argued that there is no evidence linking his client to the killing of soccer star Senzo Meyiwa. Advocate Nxumalo told the court that the evidence of the state's star witness, Constable Sizwe Zungu, who placed all 5 of the accused in Vosloorus on the day that the soccer star was killed, should be approached with caution. Nxumalo says Zungu's evidence was riddled with contradictions and no witnesses were called to corroborate his version.
The bulk of the evidence of Zungu refers to hearsay evidence in the sense that no witnesses were called before this court, despite him referring to those people were called before this court to corroborate the evidence of Zungu.
Nxumalo also argued that there is no evidence that Maphisa acted in common purpose.
Zungu's evidence, it must be noted, my lord, that it does not detail a plan by the accused to execute the assassination of the deceased. It does not place the accused together or even himself, Zungu, that he overheard such a plan. Zungu's evidence does not reveal any prior agreement amongst the accused, including accused number 4, to kill the deceased. In the absence of a prior agreement to kill the deceased, it therefore becomes important to apply the 5 principles as stated in Getty's decision. The presence at the scene. The accused must have been present at the scene of the crime where the violence was committed. There is absolutely no evidence, my lord, that accused number 4 was present at the scene of crime where the violence was being perpetrated, either circumstantial or direct.
Nxumalo said this despite lead investigator Brigadier Bongani Gininda previously telling the court that accused number 4 Mthokoziseni Maphisa had run inside the house on the day of the killing.
No witness or witnesses that place accused number 4 at or near the scene of crime. The witnesses who testified viva voce before this court did not implicate accused number 4 as one of the intruders, or that at some point they, that is the intruders, after they had fled, another intruder entered the house. The assertion by Brigadier Gininda that accused number 4 entered the house must be rejected as false beyond reasonable doubt, as they do not find support from the witnesses.
Nxumalo argued that there is no evidence that Maphisa received any money from Kelly Khumalo, who the lead investigator, Brigadier Bongani Gininda, said he believed was the mastermind.
There is nothing in the bank records, my lord, that suggests that accused 4 received any proceeds from the mastermind for the killing of the deceased.
And therefore, Nxumalo argued that Maphisa should be acquitted.
There is no independent evidence that accused 4 participated in the murder and the subsequent robbery, or that he was part of the conspiracy to kill the deceased. The state did not prove beyond reasonable doubt the inference that he had intention to exercise possession through the actual danger, and that the actual danger had the intention to hold the firearm on behalf of the group, except what is contained in the confession statement of accused number 2. In terms of the 5 principles I've alluded to, enunciated in the State versus Getty's decision, that is the presence at the scene, awareness of the attack, intention to make common cause, active association with the attack, intention to kill the deceased or to contribute to his death, I find none. It follows, therefore, that the state has failed to establish a prima facie case in respect of counts 4 and 5 of the indictments, and to this end, he must be acquitted.
However, the state maintained that Maphisa should continue to face trial over the soccer star's murder. Rebutting Nxumalo's argument, State Prosecutor Advocate George Baloyi said there was enough evidence linking Maphisa to the 2014 killing, and the state believes that the 2 confessions made by accused number 2 Bongani Ntanzi, which placed all 5 of the accused at the scene, is sufficient.
The statement is corroborated by the eyewitnesses as to how the incident happened, his presence in the house, and the gun-wielding, dreadlocked attacker, whom accused number 2 has identified in his statement as Carlos, accused number 3, how the deceased was shot, that 2 shots were fired in the house, which accords with the findings of the ballistic expert, Lieutenant Colonel Mangena, that the deceased was shot at close range, which is again supported by the ballistic expert, and the findings of the pathologist, Dr. Steenekam, during post-mortem. Dr. Steenekam testified that this was a contact shot.
Maphisa, who also wanted the court to disregard the testimony of the state's star witness, Constable Sizwe Zungu, but the state said that cannot be the case. So should Maphisa succeed, he will be acquitted, but should he not, the defence's case is expected to begin with the calling of their witnesses. Chriselda Lewis, SABC News in Johannesburg.